Welcome back to another episode of the Fifth Quarter Podcast. I'm your host, Marcus Jones, the Bluff City Cowboy, coming to you live from Memphis, Tennessee. And we are 1 day away from the 2026 NFL Draft. As you guys know, here at the Fifth Quarter Podcast, we do not like doing mock drafts, so we waited until the day before to give our official Fifth Quarter Podcast mock drafts. And because this is such a great occasion, got a special guest joining us once again tonight, co-creator of the DC4L Network, Miss Amanda Foster, joining me. Thank you for joining, Amanda.
Absolutely. It's our third annual
Annual.
mock draft show.
Yeah.
And maybe we can get something right this time around. So we did really good 2 years ago.
We did. 2 years ago, we did really good.
But last year, if anybody wants to go back for some entertainment value, the looks on our faces should be perfectly fine for everybody to get a good laugh for that first round pick with Booker.
I don't think I got a single pick right last year. I'm trying to think.
I don't think I did either.
No, I didn't. Yep.
Well,
so hopefully we do better this year. So for tonight's show, everybody, we will be doing each one of us will do our own mock drafts based on what we would do, and then we're going to close it out with what we think the Cowboys would do. As you guys know, this is an interactive show, so we definitely will solicit all of your thoughts. Definitely want to get your advice once we get to certain picks. If you got any questions, got any comments about the Cowboys pick, what's been talked about in the media so far, anything you guys want to talk about, this is fueled by Fifth Quarter Nation, so please chime in. Before we get started, I see we got quite a few people joining from the DC4L Facebook group, so thank you to everybody who's joining. For those of you who are watching on YouTube and X, feel free to go over to Facebook, type in DC4L, hit that like button, join that group. A lot of great engagement, highly regulated group, prizes, giveaways, always up to date on all things Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Just an overall safe space for Cowboys fans. And for those of you watching on Facebook, if you like to continue to support DC4L, make sure you go over to YouTube, type in DC4L, hit that subscribe button, and then also find me on YouTube at Bluff City Cowboys. Hit that subscribe button as well. Once we both get to 1,000, we have some great prizes that we will be giving away on the show.
Right. Yes, sir.
All right. As I mentioned before, this is an interactive show. So if you leave a comment, I'm going to put, I normally put them all up, but I'm going to put as many as I can. So with that being said, Lee Harrison, longtime viewer, appreciate you joining us as always. Got Jeffrey Dunnigan joining us. Appreciate you tuning in. Jeff will be joining us tomorrow for the first night of the NFL draft. I'm trying to work on getting another guest, so we'll see if that happens as well. But tomorrow night, it will be myself, Jeff, and Amanda going through at least the first 20 picks. It just depends how long it takes. But we will go through all of the Dallas Cowboys picks, and we'll give you our thoughts on all the picks from all the teams, as well as our thoughts on what the Cowboys plan to do. All right, so before we get underway, once again, if you're new to the show and those views are going up pretty quick, feel free to get in the comments. Let us know who you are. Let us know where you're from, how long you've been a Cowboys fan. If you have any questions, NFL draft related or Dallas Cowboys related, please let us know in the comments. Jeff saying don't trade up with all caps and exclamation points. Before we go into our mock drafts, man, since Jeff brought it up, there's been a lot of talk about trading. And Ice Cold Cowboy, one of our longtime viewers, he's active in I know he's active in my fantasy football league. I think he won one year. So appreciate you joining. So speaking of trading up, there's been talk of Dallas trading up as high as the third pick.
Yep.
But you also hear conflicting comments of they don't want to give up both first.
Right.
And as a Cowboy fan, or as a football fan, there's no way you can get up high without giving up 2 ones. So 2 questions. 1, do you think they make a trade? And for 2, how high do you think they go?
Okay, first of all, I want to give a laugh. Look, we talked about it before the show. Marcus and I were talking. We
I
didn't
see it.
even get 5 minutes into the show.
5 minutes in.
We
Yeah.
will address the Pickens thing. We were talking about it before show on where we were both at. But okay, so I was of the opinion to trade up a little bit, but when Dexter got dealt and that gave the Giants 2 picks, it changed my mindset because I don't think we're going to be able to get up to where we want to get the player everybody's hoping for. This is very much shaping up to be another Matthew Golden situation. Everybody wants a certain player: Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles. That's the 2 players that everybody wants. I don't think we can jump high enough to get it. I thought at first maybe we would trade up with Cleveland to get up to 6.
6, okay.
Because I think you could give your 3rd and your 1st and a 2nd next year or something along those lines.
That would get you. That would get you there.
I think that would get you there. But I do not think we're going to get up as high as we need to go. I think if we're going to see any big trades going on, it's going to be Kansas City's going to jump up. I think they're the ones we got to watch for that big jump up. So I do not think I'm trading up right now. If I was going to move up, maybe if Mansour Delane fell down to 9, because I do like Delane. Or if Bain fell to 9 because of the criminal issues that's coming up into play now.
And the short arms.
I guarantee you that nothing will happen to that man unless he's drafted by the Cowboys. There's going to be no repercussions unless he's drafted by the Cowboys. But I think I'd go up to 9 maybe just so that I could toss out a 4th and a 3rd next year. Because we need a lot of help. I don't think I'm going up that far because I want 12 and 22 because I think I'm reaching at 20 for a pick that probably is a 2nd round pick that I should fall back for, but I'm afraid I'm just going to reach at 20. So
yeah, I'm right there with you. And I see all the questions and comments. We will be going through those before we get to the mock draft. I'm with Ice Cold Cowboy. I think I would stay at 12, and I say that because I've been putting it out there for the past 3 months.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be several offensive players taken in the top 11 picks that people are not expecting.
Jeremiah Love, Tyson. What is that? Cade
Mendoza, of course.
Yeah, Mendoza's gone. What's the other one's name? Is it Cade? The other wide receiver, Tate. That's it, Tate. I think you're right. I think we're going to see 4 or 5 gone. So someone's going to be left.
I think it's 6. I think it's Mendoza, Love, Tate, Tyson, Malgoa, and then I think there's going to be another offensive lineman for no. I think Fano may go top 10 or the tight end Sadiq. Because if you look at the history of the draft, you've got a tight end 6'5", the number 1 tight end runs a 4.4, 4.3. Those guys normally go top 10.
Yeah.
And unlike Evan Ingram and Kyle Pitts and what's the kid from the Niners, Vernon Davis, Sadiq is a really good blocker. So you get a guy who runs a 4.3 at tight end who can block coming into the league. I don't see why somebody wouldn't take a chance.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're going to have at least, I think 5's the minimum, but I think it's going to be 6. And because of that, I think you're going to have a Mansour or a Bain or maybe people saying Styles may go high, but I'm still not convinced the off-ball linebackers go in top 5. I think one of those. I think Bain's going to drop to 10. I mean 12. I think
every mock I've done lately has Bain falling right in our laps, and I'm taking Bain if he falls to 12.
I still feel like Styles could fall to 7 to 9. I'm leaning more towards 7, but there's a chance he could fall to 9. And then
if he falls to 10, we know where he's going.
Oh, yeah. But I think 9 is going to be the sweet spot. And plus it's the Chiefs. You don't know what they're going to do. They could trade up. They could trade back.
Don't they need a tackle?
The Chiefs need a lot. And people don't talk about that. And it's all offense.
Yeah.
They need a left tackle, a right tackle. They need a tight end. They need a wide receiver.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. They brought their tight end back. Grandpa's here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They're going to need another tight end. And to be honest, I know they just signed the tight end from the Seahawks, but if Love is there, they may take him.
Well, and then I will say this: they did lose McDuffie, so we know they need a corner too. That's
Yeah.
where I've had them mocked at Mansoor.
Mhm.
So
So yeah, I think nine's kind of the sweet spot. All the talk about going up to 3 or 5, to go from 12 to 3 would take 2 first and a second. That's been the going rate since forever. Now I don't know if that'll change because it's not a quarterback, but any other time someone's gone from outside the top 10 to the top 3, it's taking 2 first and a second. So yeah, I don't think that one's realistic. I think it's maybe 7 if somebody takes less value, but I think 9 is the sweet spot. Let's see. Kurt Whitmer, longtime viewer, thank you for joining. Does the Dexter trade make a difference in what we do? I don't think it does. Kind of like Amanda said, I think it depends on what the Giants do at 5.
So if the Giants go wide receiver, which apparently they're sold on Tyson, they were at everything they could be with Tyson. I just want to say that if Tyson goes at 5 and for some reason you get to 9, which that's the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, that's the Chiefs. That's the sweet spot, yeah.
So say you get to the Chiefs at 9 and Sonny Styles is sitting on the board, Mansoor Delane's on the board, and Caleb Downs. Say every one of those players is still on the board. I don't think you could convince the Chiefs to move up because it's only 3 spots up, and we saw what that was with Micah when we traded to go.
Yeah, and William Coulter just brought that up as you said it. Thank you for joining too, William.
We did. We traded back and got Parsons. So I'm thinking the only way we trade up is if someone that we really, really want gets to 9 and they think that the Giants would take them at 10.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way we trade up. And it's going to have to be, what do we have that Kansas City, I mean, maybe you trade one of our restricted free agents tackles, not tackles, one of our linemen, because they need some strength on that line. And we're pretty deep at the line. Maybe you trade them a first, you trade your 2 for a 9 for 12, a third, and then a player, just because it's going to be hard to get them to come off that spot, I think.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I said this on the last mock show, but just talking about Sonny Styles in general, I see that's kind of the one everybody's saying. When you look at the top 5 picks, and I don't think nobody's talking about this, there are a lot of good linebackers in this draft.
A lot.
So if you're drafting at pick 4, who was that? The Titans? Let's say pick 5. Let's say you're the Giants at pick 5. First of all, the Giants just signed Tremaine Edmonds, a 6'5", 245-pound linebacker who runs a 4.4. Sounds familiar? They just paid him $13 million a year. Why would they sign him and draft Sonny Styles?
Very true.
They're basically the same guy. Now, if you just want to have 2 twin towers, I just can't see a team using the top 5 pick for a wheel linebacker.
Well, that's why I think they'd take him at 10. I have them going offense at 5 for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
And you think they might go offense. We've talked about this. You think there's a good chance they go offense.
It depends on what happens with Love. I think if Love falls to 5, they take Love, and then at 10, they take Tate or Tyson. That's what I think happens. I think that's the only way they go offense. But I do really feel like it's going to be offense defense, unless they love Downs and they take Downs at 5. I don't think Styles is the pick at 5 because of what I just said.
And let's factor in the Dexter trade. So on that note, they also need a lineman. I mean, they have they need someone defensive line wise. So there's a few options they could go. So
yeah. Primetime Mac looks like a new name. Thank you, John. I see you've been pretty active in the comments, so appreciate you coming in hot. So when I talk about the top 4, I've been seeing people say maybe the Cardinals will take Styles at 3. I don't see that happening because if you look at the linebackers, I mean, you got Styles, you got Reese, you got Allen, you got Rodriguez, you got Hill. Those other four linebackers, they're going to go between 28 and 40. So if I'm picking at 3, why would I take Styles at 3 when I can get the number one wide receiver or the number one running back? And then in the second round, I turn around and get Allen. So I get the number one running back in Allen. That's a better combo than Sonny Styles and whoever you take in the second to me. So I think that value is going to prevent him from going top 5. I don't think it's the Giants. The Browns are a wild card because of Joker's injury concerns. They may want to replace him, but they need a lot of help too. It's a lot of teams in the top 10 that need offense more than defense. I mean, the Browns were what, number 2 and 3 in defense last year? Are they gonna strengthen a strength or strengthen a weakness for the past 5 years?
Yeah, they really need to give Shador something to work with.
Right, or whoever the quarterback is, yeah.
Well, I'm assuming I did.
They've been trying to throw a little bit of hype behind Deshaun Watson in the offseason.
Well,
we'll see.
Maybe they want to get rid of Deshaun Watson, but I think they're stuck with that man for a while.
Yeah, but they just lost Njoku. Maybe they want to trade back and get the tight end.
Maybe. I know that's been a big topic that the Cowboys would trade up to 6.
Yeah, I think 6 or 9, but I don't think we have enough to get to 6 unless we gave up the 20th pick. But we'll see. But I think 9 is the sweet spot. I wouldn't be shocked if we're sitting there at 9 and it's either Styles or Downs or Mansour. And if all 3 of them are there, you stay at 12 because you know you're going to get one of them.
You're going to get one of them.
But if it's only one there, you may want to risk it. But I think Bain's going to be at 12 no matter what.
I hope so. Let's see. Everybody's talking about Downs too. I don't know if I don't need another knee issue, man. I am not sold on Downs. I'm sorry. Degenerative knee issues and a partially torn meniscus. I don't understand why everyone is just like, hey, let's draft the guy. That's like, we ain't got a second round pick. That's our typical second round pick. So they want to draft the guy with the knee issues in the first round. I'm just not sold on Downs. I don't want Downs on this team. I think he's talented. I'm not taking the risk.
Yeah.
We have too many holes on defense to draft someone who could get hurt at camp. Granted, they all can get hurt at camp, but higher likelihood with someone with already having knee issues. So
William Wiggins, I agree with this. I think people are overhyping Reese. I mean, he was a off-ball linebacker at Ohio State, and he had like 4 or 5 sacks here or there. He basically has the same profile as Micah, but he's not as explosive. So people are trying to project him to be the next Micah, and there's only one Micah. And I feel like they're reaching to make him that, when I personally think he's just going to be an outside linebacker. But hopefully the Jets or the Cardinals find that out. All right, so let's go ahead and get to that question, Amanda, the one that has been out in the comments.
Okay.
Tyrell Brunch. Why wouldn't they give Pickens extension? Is Jerry stupid? I've been a Cowboys fan all my life. We talked about this right before we went on air. Amanda, I'll go ahead and let you start it off.
Okay. First of all, absolutely not. Jerry's not stupid in this regard. I want you to think about if you are a professional football player and you have a reputation of being a problem. I know people who know about George, who have met George, know his family. I'm telling you, it's not fake. It's not a story. There were issues. We saw it with Jordan Lewis 2 years ago. Look what he did to Jordan Lewis because he got angry. He has a reputation. He had one very good season that we all have to agree that the last 4 games of the year, he fell off. Okay. Let's be very, very honest. He fell off. Now, you say you are George Pickens and you have that reputation. And right now, the amount of money that you can make is $34 million. That's the ceiling. Marcus is about to be really proud because I'm really ready for this. So You got the ceiling at $34 million, But if you go out there on this tag, you're already making 27 million. There's no, it's flat, 27 million. There's no get a little bit. That's your non-exclusive tag. I want you to keep that in mind too. He wasn't restricted. He had a non-exclusive tag, meaning him and his agent could have went anywhere and talked to anybody and had anyone offer him money. No one did.
Nobody did. No one did.
So you're this player with this reputation. No one wants to give me a contract before the draft, and you're about to pocket $27.6 million. Okay. Now, I cannot sign that tag, sit out, and further assess that what my reputation is. I can just pound it in even harder. Look, this is me. I'm a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can go out there, go to camp, go to off-season workouts, do everything I'm supposed to, pocket $27 million, play a very, very good above average season. And then I go from 34 million as my ceiling to 40 million is the floor.
Floor, yeah.
That's my floor now. Because look at what the contracts are as you're looking. They're only getting higher. Yeah. So 40 million is your floor. That's $6 million more dollars a year on a typical contract. That's $24 million more money in your pocket over a 4-year extension. So you're telling me George Pickens can throw away $24 million to extend him right now, or he can bet on himself and go out there and prove that I'm not a problem. I can make more money and go out there and show I'm a dang good football player.
Absolutely.
And you want to sign me. People aren't going to risk it. That's why you didn't get an offer. So this isn't stupid. Everyone can get in their feelings. We all love George. I do not want George to be traded. George is one of my favorite football players. But I think Jerry Jones learned his lesson with trading Micah last year. I truly, truly believe Jerry learned that lesson. And Marcus, you can say that his reputation isn't that bad, but there's a reason no one offered him any money. He has a reputation of being a hothead.
There's a reason why he was a borderline all-pro, and he only got traded for a 3rd-round pick last year.
Exactly. It's not, and they had nobody. They brought in DJ Metcalf to replace him. It's not, you can say he doesn't have that bad a reputation, but look what he can do on the field. That's what we only saw 1 year of success. Think about what he can do. You can say, oh, it's Pittsburgh. Oh, it's the quarterback. Oh, it's nothing. No, he wasn't happy. And a player that can't be happy when you're working for your next contract. So what he's got to prove is A, it wasn't a fluke. B, he needs that
he's not a distraction.
And he's not just here to get money. But how I think I looked at it, I think there were like 10 different times over a course of, I think, one whole season that first downs were called back because of a George Pickens attitude. He went out there, get drawn flags, pushing people. It's just a matter of time. So George is smart. Jerry's being smart.
Yeah.
Do I think we extend Pickens next year? Probably not. Not if he plays like he did this year. But I also know that our best chance of winning is with George Pickens happy right now. So $27 million in his pocket. And I guarantee you David Mogoleta is not sitting there telling him, he's not steering him wrong. He's probably told him exactly what I just said. At least I hope so. So that's my opinion.
And just to add on what you said, everything you said was perfect. I agree 100%. Let's play it out the way the fans want to play it out. Okay. Pickens has been in the league for 4 years. He had 3 average years, right? He had 1 great year. Now we're in year 5. He has 4 years of attitude problems. Even Jones Glenn pointed out he was disciplined at Dallas.
Right.
There were reports that he was late to meetings. We know he had to sit out that first drive in that game. The last month of the season, his stats kind of dropped off the cliff. But while CD was out, he was all world, so it kind of made up for it. So we got 4 years of play, 1 great year, 3 average years. He's trying to get a contract. He's trying to show, 1, I can be a productive player, and 2, I'm not going to be a distraction. So let's play it out the way the fans want to play it out. He comes in this year. He sits out training camp. He sits out the offseason. He misses the first 4 or 5 games. He just showed he's a distraction. And now he comes back. He's not in football shape. He may or may not have 1,000 yards receiving. So now he hasn't shown that he can be a consistent number 1 option. So he's a distraction and his stats don't match. Who's paying him next year?
Nobody.
I feel like the fans are hyping him up because he's on the team. But if this was outside looking in,
this isn't Micah. I'm sorry, it's not a Micah situation.
Micah Micah had 4 great years of production.
Right.
And he just didn't want to take the pay we got. And Micah's agent found him a great deal, and they brought it back to the Cowboys. Pickens hasn't brought a great deal back for himself or for the team. Micah brought back both. So let's say again, you're George Pickens. You missed 5 games this year. Your stats aren't great. Where do you think his number is next year? If we were looking at player X and we watched him have one great year and then sit out last year, how would the fan base feel if Jerry said we're going to give him $38 million? They riot.
Yeah.
And that's what happened all 31 other teams. He has to come here and play. He has to back up this season. That's why I don't think he sits out. And
I think you're spot on.
Yeah. And also, it's not Jerry saying, I don't want to pay him. Jerry put the ball in his court. You want to find your deal? Fine. You're non-exclusive. Whatever you can catch, you can keep. He hadn't caught anything. So Jerry said, okay, we're still going to keep that option open. You find the contract and bring it to us. That's what it was in January. And that's what Stephen Jones said today. We're going to play him under the tag. He still has every opportunity to find a contract. So it's not like they're saying you're just stuck here. The ball's in your court. So I don't think he's going to sit out. He can't sit out.
Not if he wants big money. And I think he'll listen to Dak on that. I really do. I know people want to rag on Dak, and I don't want to go on a tangent about Dak Prescott. But if there's one thing that Dak can speak on, it's a situation like this. And if anything, he's got a lot of room to talk. I'm the highest paid player in the NFL. I think you should listen to me.
Yeah.
So
Marcus Caviar, you're going to extremes. Nobody said he's a bad person. We're talking about football here. You've been a football fan for a long time. Teams will overlook off the field issues before they overlook a distraction. That's why Antonio Brown doesn't have a job right now. But all these guys who have domestic violence and car accidents and DUIs in their records, they're still playing. Teams do not like distractions. That's not saying he's a bad person, but that's just the nature of the beast.
Right.
And to ignore that and say, well, he hadn't killed anybody, somebody's going to give him a deal. They haven't yet. Why not? Jeff says, so what would be the ideal contract? I don't know what the ideal contract would be. Again, he has the option to find the ideal contract. So he hasn't found it yet. Once he finds it, he either brings it to the team and the team trades him or they match it. I said this in January. He's not signing a deal this year because I don't think anybody's offering him more than 36. And even if they did offer him 36, like Amanda said, if he plays well this year, the floor goes to 40.
Even at 36.
The floor.
So even at 36, so 4 times 4, say it's a 4-year extension, that's $16 million on the table that you're just walking away from because you wanted to be greedy and sign now. Yeah. I understand injury. I can sit here and go over and over and tell you, yes, I get it. But sometimes you have to bet on yourself. And I think George Pickens is ready to lay the cards out. I really do. He's hanging out with CD like every day. I really, really think that, one, he's happy here. Yeah. They might not have even went looking for a pick. They might not have even went looking for anything. Because that one good year, I mean, he knows he ain't going to be able to. Most people ain't paying on one good year. And if they are, it's somewhere cold and he don't want to be there. The Bills might have paid him on that one good year. And everyone talks about trading him. Jerry Jones wants a Super Bowl, and he saw what the offense did with George Pickens. I just don't see him taking that away either. It would have to be a offer so crazy you cannot pass it up. Yeah. And I don't think anyone's offering that for George Pickens.
I'll put up William Coulter's comment and then we'll move on. So he says he disagrees. Someone will pay him. Look at Watson. Again.
Watson's a quarterback.
Watson's a quarterback for one. For two, Watson wasn't seen as a team distraction. He had legal issues. Yeah. Just like I told Marcus Caviar. Teams will overlook off the field issues, they will not overlook in locker room distractions. And the third point, he's been an unrestricted free agent since non-exclusive franchise tag since February. We have not, and this is the Cowboys, the team that every major four-letter network thrives off of fake news. We haven't heard not a single trade rumor or a single potential contract offer for George Pickens in 3 months.
The first time anything was said about George Pickens being traded was just because Steven said today, we're going to let him play on the tag. Exactly. That's the only reason. And all that is drumming up engagement because they can use it. Because Steven said, we're going to let him play on the tag. Yeah. It didn't say, I don't think he'd say anything if they had intentions of trading the man either. I just don't. I think they really like George too, and I think they want him to have a good year. So,
but if I just close it with this, if there were a deal out there, we would have heard something. It's the Cowboys. When Michael was out there, we heard about every opportunity.
Everyone,
the Giants. Who was the other team? The Patriots.
Let's see. I think we heard about the Packers. We heard
Eagles.
About the Rams. We heard about the Eagles. I mean, it's just.
And that was over a 3-week period. It's been 3 months, and we haven't heard a single thing about George Pickens. That has to tell you something. They're not hiding this story. There's no conspiracy to make us think that the Cowboys don't want George Pickens, and nobody else does either.
Right.
There's no smoke to support it.
There was lots of smoke with Micah.
A ton of smoke.
Yeah. So we can't really compare the two.
Yeah. All right, so let me see if I missed any comments. Somebody had a comment. Tyrell Bunch giving up picks for Myles Garrett. I don't know if that'll happen, but if it were an option, I would definitely be all for it. That's probably one of the only players in the league I would give up those 2 firsts for. But they've had every opportunity to trade him, I think, if they wanted to.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
Yeah, they've even restructured this deal to make it more team-friendly for a trade. If it hasn't happened by now, I don't think it'll happen, to be honest. But if it did arise, I would do it. And I think that that trade with the Jets kind of handicaps us because we can't trade next year's first. So because of that, I think it's going to be difficult for the team to trade both first this year. I don't think they would ever do that. They want at least one first.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that first next year is tied up would prevent us from making a top tier trade like that. If it was a first and next year second, that type of player, that could probably happen, but they're not trading both first this year.
Okay.
So let's see. So it was a lot of Pickens. Let's see. Any other comments I missed? A lot of people still want Styles. Let's see. Anybody else? Michael Balderas, I saw you pop in. Thank you for joining. Let's see. I missed anybody else who popped in. William Coulter, appreciate you tuning in. Great questions, Tyrell Bunch. Ice Cold Cowboy. John Glenn, think they should trade Pickens and get more picks. The draft's tomorrow. If you want a first for Pickens, the clock is ticking. And at this point, I don't think anybody make a trade like that. It would be pick for pick because they've got their draft board set and they kind of want to see it through. Let's see. Anybody else?
Now, Chad, I'm on. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, Danny, thank you for joining.
I'm on that comp note. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if we second tag him again next year if he does have a successful if he has a successful run and then trade him. That wouldn't shock me, just so we can retain some value there. Wouldn't be surprised to see that. I just don't think Jerry's going to let him walk without some kind of capital. So
yeah, I absolutely think next year he's getting traded or we're going to sign him to a deal. And the number's going to, if he has a good season this year, the number starts at 38. That's the starting point because by then you're going to have What did Jackson Smith and Jigba sign for? 42?
42.
So you're gonna have the receiver from the Rams who's gonna probably sign 43. And then I don't know who's next up. Who's the next up receiver?
I'm trying to think. So Pickens is on the list. I can't think of any other receiver coming up at the moment. Thomas is traded. I'm trying to think.
Maybe the receiver for the Jets, but he won't break the bank.
No.
Uh yeah, so I think 43 will probably be the ceiling going into next year. So if he has a great year, like if he goes back to back first team all pros, he's 44. If he just comes out and has a solid 1200, 1300 year, no issues, he goes to top 5, which would put him 38 and
38.
up.
Yeah, 38 to 40. That's kind of
38 to
where
40,
I'm at
yeah.
with it.
So yeah, he just has to play the game and keep his nose clean and keep putting up stats. And he goes floor 38.
Agreed. Floor's
Right
30.
now, I don't think anybody's giving him more than somebody might give him
Really,
36, but it would
yeah,
need to be a desperate team.
really desperate. Someone that's on just as a wide receiver away. I mean, maybe the Bills, but you're going to get him up in cold weather where he don't want to play.
Yeah.
He's
They
already
just traded for
stuff.
the receiver from the Bears too.
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Chase? Fellow
Yeah.
fan of the year. What's up? What's up?
All right. So very spirited conversation. Thank you guys for that. Once again, this show is fueled by the Fifth Quarter Nation. So great questions, great comments. Doug Mans, I see you popped in. Thank you for joining. Chad Clater, I hope I pronounced that right. Looks like a new name, so thank you for joining for the first time. You say trade 92 for Jordan Brooks. I don't know if you're new to the show or not, but I've been saying for the past month, when they traded that pick for Osa, I think they used that to make the trade for either a linebacker or a pass rusher after the first round. I think whatever they don't hit on in the first round, they're
Right.
going to use 92 to get that. So it's going to be Brooks or Sweat. So just pay attention to who goes where and just take a look at some rosters. So like if the Cardinals draft Bailey, they already have 2 pass rushers on their roster. So one of them has to go, and the most
Right.
expensive one is Sweat. And Sweat has familiarity with our scheme. So that's the one I got circled when I look at draft picks. Who do the Cardinals take? If it's Sweat or Reese, I think we can make that phone call for if it's Bailey or Reese, I think we can make that phone call for Sweat. And if I don't know what the Cardinals might do, but they may trade back. Day 2, somebody can get a linebacker early, and then they have a linebacker available. So it's a lot to watch as the draft progresses. All right. Gilbert Mendoza, another new name. Thank you for joining. Any possibility they trade down for more picks in the second? It would depend on what the board looks like at 12. If they just get completely wiped out, all 5 defensive players we like, both receivers, tackle, and running back, yeah, they could trade back. But the question is,
I
who's
still think
trading
that.
up?
Yeah, about to say who's trading up, and I still think they're going to reach at 20. I'm sure it'll be there unless someone goes crazy in our mock draft we're about to do.
Yeah,
I'm reaching at 20 because I don't think Styles is going to be on the board, and we need a linebacker, and I think I got the one for us. So.
Yeah, and we'll get started after I say this. For me personally, I keep seeing people say, well, if you take this person at 20, it's a reach. For me, anybody between the 18th player and the 40th player, they're all the same to me. So
it's all kind of every draft player is a hit and miss. Look at Taco,
Exactly. Like in a normal draft, most people will have about 15 to 18 first round graded guys. The consensus all around is this draft has about 13 first round graded guys. So that means from 14 to 40, they're all basically second round type guys. So if you reach for a linebacker or a pass rusher at 20, I don't think it's much of a reach because the guy
Yeah.
at 20 is no different than the guy at 34 to me. All right, so Amanda, looks like you're ready. So we'll go ahead and we'll let you kick this thing off first. We're at 41 minutes. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys, everybody who stuck with us so far. Thank you everybody who's been in the comments.
Yes, thank you.
You guys have been great so far. Keep those questions coming in. Keep those comments coming in. We're about to do our mock draft. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna each make our mock draft based off of what we would do, and then we're going to make one based off of what we think the Cowboys would do. So Amanda's gonna kick us off first with her mock draft.
Okay, well, let me make this so I can see some stuff here. Okay,
Okay.
maybe.
Let me see if I can make the screen larger.
There we go. Okay.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing started. We're not doing any trades in this scenario.
Right, no trades.
All right, so let me go ahead and take these trades. All right, let's look at what's on the board right now. So,
well, isn't that convenient? Let's see.
So what?
Who did Kansas City to? Oh, they took.
Kansas City took McCoy. See,
Okay.
that's what I hate about these drafts. They don't.
Yeah, and that's what I was sitting there looking. Where'd Bain go? What did he go way up top? Like way up there, fourth to Tennessee. These drafts are funny,
and that's not realistic because they just traded for Jermaine Johnson.
Exactly. See, this is what makes me agitated. Man, this ain't right.
Let me go back and let me choose another simulator.
Okay, let's say that don't even see, and it agitates me because the good one is, of course, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
PFS the good one.
We'll do ESPN.
That works for me.
Maybe it'll give us a different output.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. What? Wow. Okay.
Now that's a wiped out board right there.
Wow.
Dennis Sturm says Colton Hood and Malachi Lawrence. So my guess is in the first.
Why in the world? What did the Giants do to Jeremiah Love fell to 12?
Tyson and Styles, wow, which is what everybody kind of predicts.
Yeah. Bailey and Bain went 3, 4. Okay, we're not going to restart. We're just going to go. I guess go ahead.
William Wiggins says we should do it on fan speak. So let me try that out.
Okay. Sorry, guys. This is just so I mean, this isn't a 9 Mansour win. I mean, that's not terrible.
What is? I don't see fan speak.
Yeah, I don't see it either. I think he's talking about just a different thing. PFF probably is your. Let's see.
Yeah, I never do mock draft, so I don't even know where to start. This is my first time even looking at a mock draft.
I've done one. I did one yesterday for the show. Let's see, 7 rounds. I've never even seen this one, William. I guess we'll see. Y'all get the real. This is real life, okay? We do real life stuff here at DC4L. Okay.
Okay. I don't know how realistic this one is, but let's look at what's top 11.
Fernando. I mean, that's not terrible, except Bailey. See, I just don't. Okay.
Now, other than the McCoy at 9, I can see this as being somewhat realistic, except for McCoy.
Okay, well, look, we're going to give me Sonny Styles that just fell to 12 because, I mean, I'd be an idiot. This is crazy. Jeremiah Love. What? Okay, I'll take it. Just give me Sonny Styles. Let's keep going, I guess.
So, William Wiggins said, how do you not find fan speak? I don't do mock drafts, William Wiggins. I have no clue what mock draft to go to.
Yeah. I usually do PFF when I play around. So I'll take Sonny and let's see where this goes from here.
Yeah. So let's see. Ice Cold Cowboy saying Love going to Memphis. I think you mean the Titans. Now I will say, I I have a small business here in Memphis. One of the girls who works for me, her first cousin is Jeremiah Love, and she's been giving me all the insight over the past month.
Mm-mm-mm.
She says the Titans are in love with Love.
Well, in this one, he fell to 20.
That does not seem realistic.
Okay. Should we do an ESPN one just because at least then I mean, this is crazy. Look who's left on the board. CJ Allen, Sonny Styles, Mansour Delane, and Jeremiah Love all at 12. Does that sound this sounds like a Cowboy fan made it up. Okay. We'll stick with that, whichever one you stick with from here. Well, I think it's through whichever one you were on first with the ESPN. I don't know if ESPN does it. Let me look.
Oh, you mean go back here and
yeah,
just ESPN? Okay.
That's what I do. At least then we know it's, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I love Sonny Styles, and I was about to take Jeremiah Love because it's just crazy. It's hilarious in and of itself, but there's just, and look, even here, go ahead and give. Oh man, that's not even fair.
Let's look at the top 7. I mean, top 11. Reese, Bailey, Malgoa, Love, Sadiq,
wow,
Downs, Tate.
That's pretty realistic.
That's very realistic, actually.
Okay, I'm gonna take. Do you know how hard it is for me to say what? I'll take Sonny, but it's very hard for me not to take Ruben because I think they're both going to be amazing football players. So I'll take Sonny.
Okay, so we go to 20 now.
Let's see.
Let me know if you need to go to a certain position.
And then give me Keldrick Falk.
I
know.
Falk.
Oh, no, wait. Yeah, go ahead because I can't Rodriguez because there's no point to reach. I just got Sonny Styles. So.
Okay. Keldrick Falk.
Yeah, I'll take Falk at 20.
All right. So we're going to the 3rd round now.
All the way down.
This is going to take a minute. All right. So let me know if you want to go to a certain position. Are we sticking with defense?
Man.
If I would have really considered Jacoby Lane right here if I were picking, but he's gone already.
Yeah, he's already gone.
Yeah.
I was looking. Man, what tackles do we have? Let's see. Let's do Crown over. Yeah, go ahead and do Crown over at 8. Yeah.
Okay.
For A&M.
William. Okay. So we're at the 4th round now. Let me know if you want to go offense or defense. Dustin Stern says Falk is Taco 2.0.
I don't think so. I mean, is it possible? Sure, but I'm just having to pick what's on the board here.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Falk is a hard guy to scout for me. To be honest, he could be Taco or he could be Calais Campbell. I have him as, when I watch him, I think he's David Irving without being a nut job. And that's a pretty good player. But David Irving came into the league young and raw, and just off physical traits, he was able to be productive. I think that's what Falk can be. Taco wasn't an athlete. Taco was just big and tall. That was it.
Give me BPA. So give me 91. That CB there.
All right. All right. So now we got 3 5th-round picks coming up. Let me know if you want to go offense or
running
defense.
back. I want to look at running backs just for the fun of it.
Okay.
Let's see. I like Moss.
A lot of good running backs.
There is, yeah. I will take the one from Alabama. No, give me Le'Veon Moss.
Okay. Le'Veon Moss. I like Le'Veon Moss a lot.
I do.
I have him as a 7th-round pick though, but if he were there in the 5th and I feel like I need a running back, I would probably take him.
Let's jump. I've already got. Let's see. I got
going back defense.
Picks real quick. Yeah, let's go back to defense. I just want to look at my picks real quick.
What do we look at the picks at?
Right over here by draft results. So over there at the top, scroll up, see my picks. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. I think I'm going to take Damani Jackson from Alabama too.
Okay. So we loading up on corners.
I have a feeling, yes.
Okay.
I just think Deron Bland's going to get hurt again. I know people don't want to hear that. And let me see the safety room. I want to see if somebody's brother's there.
Yes, he's there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Lorenzo
look, there
Styles.
he is. Oh man, it's still reaching just now, but I'm afraid. Go ahead and give me Styles Jr. I just think it's entertaining for the fun of it.
Okay. Got one more pick in the 7th.
Yeah. And let me see what else is left with Edge.
Okay. We go to Edge.
Yeah. This didn't fall my way at all. So give me Patrick Payton.
Patrick Payton. Okay.
LSU. All right. Not a very good draft. I did not like the way that fell. I mean, I like Sonny, don't get me wrong, but
Well, they gave you A minus.
well, that's a miracle in of itself.
All right, so guys, everybody's watching the comments. I know you guys do a ton of mock drafts. Let me know what you guys think about Amanda's mock draft. Is there anywhere you would have gone differently? Any players that you saw that you may have picked over the one she picked? I see Dustin Sturm doesn't like Le'Veon Moss. He was good 2 years ago. I can't disagree, but I think certain players are better pros than college players. And I think Moss as a number 2, number 3 running back could be really good because his skill set just fits the league. Yeah, but I got Moss in the 7 too. Ice Cold Cowboy said never enough corners. Marcus Caviar said no Nicholas Singleton. I don't even know if that was an option that came up. Oh, he was there when you picked Mouse.
Oh yeah,
in the
I
field.
didn't see him. So sorry, Marcus. Okay, now Marcus, let's see yours.
Okay. William Coulter said no tight end, really.
I'm happy with our tight ends. I know you probably, but look, I thought Schoonmaker actually came on decently last year. Let's see, you got Schoonmaker, and then you have Ferguson, and then you have Brevin Spanford. I just don't see a need to waste a pick on a tight end.
Katron Allen, another good Penn State option. So yeah, William Coulter said no tight end. Ice Cold Cowboy agrees with you. Yeah, damn, they did it. I just saw a Ruben Bain name just sitting there. Did I do ESPN?
He said, "Do I need you need to start over again?" I don't know how I had Sonny Styles and Ruben Bain there. Part of me wanted to take
that is terrible.
Ruben Bain. So, but yeah,
and
that's
Bain went at 11.
And look, Tyson's still sitting there.
Yeah,
that board's wiped. It's, I mean, McCoy's there.
Let me look at the top 11. See, Styles. Okay, I can see it. Delane 5. I can see that. Bailey to 7. Love at 8. I don't see that one happening, but I definitely think he could go. I will flip 8 and 9. I think that's realistic. Lemon at 10. Say okay, Bain 11. That's not an unrealistic board though.
Yeah, that's true. It's very realistic.
Our hope would be, I think the Dolphins, if they were in that situation, realistically, they would have taken Tyson over Bain.
Yeah.
I would almost have to reach right here if I can't trade out. I like Tyson. Ugh. For me, it's Tyson or Thieneman. Now, me personally, if Downs is a 10, I have Thieneman as an 8.5. So for me, the range between those two isn't as drastic as other people. So I wouldn't hate Thieneman at 12.
Not a McCoy fan.
You're right. Not with those knee issues.
I didn't think so, but I've seen people say we take him too. So
yeah. I've said before, Tyson is the only offensive player at 12 that I would take in a realistic situation.
Can you imagine George Pickens, Jordan Tyson, and CeeDee Lamb for a second?
Yeah.
And then your defense still sucks, but maybe you can score 100 points.
Oh man. I'm really struggling on this one. I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna go Tyson.
All righty. Cowboys fans are eating you up right now.
I know.
They are having a field day.
Okay. So somebody said take Messador. I don't like Messador, William Wiggins. I just don't like Messador. I don't want a 25-year-old defensive end with foot problems. And I've heard some top podcasters say he was going against a bunch of seniors all year. They weren't 25-year-old seniors.
Right.
There's a difference between going against a 22-year-old senior and a 25-year-old senior. 22 is still kind of maturing. 25, you're a grown man, and you've been playing football in college. You've been there for 7 years. You played for 5. You still have a drastic advantage over 22-year-old seniors, to me. He didn't show me anything spectacular. If he would have got 18, 19 sacks, I'd be like, okay, he's a grown man playing with kids. This is what I expect. But 12 and a half, that's just the average good defensive end. Not saying a negative, but that's not something I'm going to put out there as this is going to be my pass rusher. So Jeff trying to make me tap into my Clemson fanhood by taking Avion Terrell, which by the way I do really like as a player.
Figure you take Thieneman.
Oh, I'm taking Thieneman, absolutely.
I figured because he fell to 20, and you were talking about taking him to 12. So
yeah, he feels a need in the secondary. So I didn't get the corner, but I did get him. He could play some nickel. He could play free. He could play strong. You could probably trade Malik Hooker and get something back for him. Even if you keep Hooker, you've got to upgrade with Thieneman. Thieneman and the safety we just signed from the Cardinals. That's a great pairing.
Man, look who you. He's
There's no way he falls to the third.
Oh, I think they just took him. Colts took him. But I was waiting. I was like, what?
Yeah, I didn't put it on fast. I should have put it on fast. So it's going slower. Ice Cold Cowboy saying Jets or Dolphins, who's worst?
Right now they're fighting for the bottom of the basement.
They really are. That's going to be the toilet bowl week 15, 16, or 17 whenever they play. Because they
be on a Thursday night.
Yeah, they put all those division rivals the last 3 weeks. So one of them's got to win, one of them's got to lose. I see Jacoby Lane sitting right there, but I just took a receiver, so I won't go there. Let's see. We look at linebackers. I still feel like we trade this pick up. Harold Perkins there. Never mind. That was easy. And I think realistically, Perkins might be there in the third round too. I want a double dip at linebacker, so I'm hoping Aiden Fisher is there when we pick, and he is. Let me see. Caleb. Let me go to cornerback. Okay, nobody I'm in love with there. Let's look at the edges. Nobody I'm in love with there. Defensive tackles. Let me just go to offense. What running backs are there? Ah, man. I would hope Keytron Allen will stay. Let me go back to linebacker. I'll probably double dip. and go here. Let's see. Let's see what I got. Wide receiver, safety, and 2 linebackers. So I would probably go 3 line. I don't know if I go 3 linebackers in a row, but I see a third linebacker I like. Let me look at edge again. I know I'm gonna get a bad grade on this one.
Yes, William, we are going to be live tomorrow so that you can watch our reactions in real time.
Let's see. I don't think I need a receiver. Right here, Katron Allen. I like him as a player, 5th round. Look at the running backs. Jonah Coleman still there. Katron, Seth McGowan. Do I want to wait for Seth McGowan? Nah, I just go Katron Allen. It's 5th round. All right. Then I go back to linebacker. Now, I was talking about what Dallas would do. I don't think this would be like ridiculous for Dallas because remember last year, didn't they draft like 2 offensive linemen and
They did.
they signed 2 or 3 offensive linemen in the offseason. So I don't think it'd be ridiculous to see them draft three linebackers. William Wiggins said no cornerback. Great point. I probably should have gone corner. Let's go corner now.
I'll find you a corner.
Do I want an inside guy or outside guy? Because I think Toriano Pride is an inside guy. I just don't see any corners that I really like. I think TJ Hall. He could I think he's an inside outside guy. So I'll probably go TJ Hall right here then. And then I close the draft out with whoever's best available. Let me look at D tackle. Okay, he's not there. So I just go defensive end. I got one more pick. Man, Jonah Coleman still there. Yeah, that Booker pick did have us like that last year.
It was funny. But, looking now when you think about it, it was the smart pick.
It was.
Booker's going to make, the Tylers have that line pretty locked down. So,
all right, this is my last pick. We got our top receiver, got a safety, got two linebackers. Got me a running back, corner, edge. Let's see, what do I want to go now? So William Wiggins said, no way Taff is still there. That's the safety from Texas, I believe. Ice Cold Cowboy said linebackers, I want a dozen. I think last pick in the draft. Let's see. I want to go offensive line. just to bring in a guy. I don't like any of those. Harrison Wallace is an interesting name. Don't want to bring in a quarterback for competition. No, I like all these quarterbacks, but all of them are undrafted guys. Let's see what's the best available.
Edge.
I'm not familiar with this player. I don't.
Hmm.
I see knee injury, so that pretty much takes him out of my range. Once I see knee injury, short arms.
Little short arms too, little T-Rex arms.
All right, let me go back to what I was thinking at first. Then we'll go with the brother.
He said, "I'm getting one Styles."
I got another pick. Oh, I gotta wait to the end.
If we end up with both the styles, that'd be an entertaining tomorrow for sure.
It would be.
I don't know how. Like I said, I somehow had choices out my ears, and you were pretty much left with nothing.
Yeah.
Board wiped, and the board was full. It kind of went the way. If you think about it, though, the way I see it going is very defense heavy tomorrow. You see it
And
being
I got a
pretty
C plus.
not terrible. Jordan, a D.
A D. Wow.
I guess because of course, it's because we have 2-star wide receivers.
Yeah.
I think that plays into your grade. All right, so now what we think the Cowboys will do.
Yeah. Last one, hour 8 minutes. Before we finish, we're gonna do a quick draft. What we think the Cowboys will do. Remember, we will be live tomorrow night for the first round of the draft. I know there's going to be a lot of different podcasts out there that you can watch, but we hope you guys will consider joining us tomorrow night. It's going to be myself. Amanda will be back. We got Jeff joining us. May have another guest joining us. We'll go through every pick up to at least 20. So we would love to get your fan reactions. Love to get your thoughts about what's happened so far. We can go through the journey together, all the ups and downs to take us to 12 and 20. So
yeah, if you weren't with us last year, if you weren't with us last year, we had a really good time.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's not clips out there from when our pick was announced.
I know.
I mean, it was hilarious. The chat melted down. I just sat here. Brian was with us. One of our admins came to visit me from Florida. So that was cool. We all just kind of sat here dumbfounded for a little bit.
Oh shoot, I forgot to pick a team. My fault.
You didn't even pick a team.
I was busy talking while I was doing it.
What did it have? I'm curious what it did.
I was just about to pause it to see.
Let's see.
Caleb Downs.
Well, knee injuries. I'm just not interested. But I understand if I'm not going to be angry per se. I mean, I'm just afraid that it's another Jalen Smith situation. Okay.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you here tomorrow night, William Wiggins. Hopefully, everybody else will join us.
Wow.
Taking any trades. All right, who we got?
I hope this looks like this tomorrow night.
I don't see how they got this one.
Wow.
Picked. Mansour at 2. Kind of a reach. I could see that maybe because they lost Sauce, Bailey, Love, Downs, Sadiq. I could see that. I talked about that before.
Yep. Because they lost Ninjoku.
Yep. Arvell Reese, I could see that at 7. Tate with the
I don't know about Tate at 8 because don't they have hold on, what's his name? They have quite a aren't they super heavy?
They got a ton of concussion issues with their number one receiver though.
That is true.
Bain at 9. Eon at 10. That's not ridiculous. Because they do need offensive line help. Makai Lemon at 11. Tyson has some injury concerns too, so I could see maybe a team getting scared off because of his potential injuries.
I think if I was going to go back and redo this board, the only thing I see changing is I think that New York would have taken Tyson because they have been at every pro day, his pro day. They've been and visited. They were scouting him multiple trips. So that's the only thing I see different.
Yeah.
So what do you think the Cowboys would do if this is our board? I think we both know.
I think Malgoa will go over Eon just because of position value.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Oh, it's 100%. If Styles is there, they're high fiving in the
Jerry Jones is sitting there crying in his chair.
If we couldn't pick this one.
Christian Parker.
Somebody traded. Oh, the Bucks traded up
to get Bane.
Okay. I can see them doing that.
Kansas City, though, I don't see Kansas City coming off, and if the board wasn't, unless the board wasn't busted for them, in my opinion.
Yeah. With the tackle still there, I don't see them trading out.
I agree, and that would have put Bane to us. And then you're going to be in the same predicament I was just a minute ago with my draft because do we need an edge or a linebacker? I mean, we need both desperately.
Yeah.
But so Sonny, we agree on?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right, let me do it this time where we can pick. Third time the charm. So this time now the board gets wiped.
Oh wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow. Okay. Minnesota jumps up to 7
to get downs.
Huh. That's the only thing I hate about these simulators. A lot of them are just so unrealistic.
Yeah. That's a big jump for them too.
Yeah, what'd they give up to get up there?
All right, so are we gonna stick with this board, Amanda?
It's up to you. I'll let you make the decision.
Let's go out one more time.
That's crazy. Don't do us wrong. Be realistic.
I know.
Simulator.
Same thing.
Wow. Okay.
This one has the own going in the top 11 a few times. Let's look at this. Okay. Lemon. Ooh, lemon over Tyson and Tate.
And wow. Okay. Well, if this really happened, I think the Cowboys are trading off 12.
Okay.
I think they would trade with someone, maybe the Ravens, who need a wide receiver. I could see that being an option and not trading Pickens, but you know what I mean? Working a deal to get back into the second. But if this is the board, I don't even know. They'd probably, in my opinion, I think the Cowboys would go either Mesidor or McCoy. I know you don't like McCoy.
At 12?
What
even with the knee injuries?
I mean, well, if they're going to take downs, I mean, we're on the knee injury train, right?
Thanks for joining us, Jeff Pop.
What's up, Jeff? What do you think they do?
To be honest, I think they piss all of us off and go Tate at this point. If this was the board and Tate was there at 12, I think they have to go Tate.
Okay, take it.
That's even more white.
Hold on. I'm just going to do, because I'm telling you, I still think that that's the only option. Guns up here. I'm going, because he's going to go in the second. We have no second round pick. If you're this bad off right now, if I'm the Cowboys, I'm taking Rodriguez. That's my personal opinion, but it also probably is because I'm a Red Raider fan. So you probably shouldn't let me make that decision. although it is a very, very possible choice. They had him out to pro day. They had him at top 30 visit.
Yeah, Tate at 12. That's Tate at 12 is almost like a blinking light to me.
You have to
You
take it.
have to take them.
Well, and then the writing's on the wall for Pickens. I mean, it secures that you get him a year in to be, to get worked into the system. I mean, it does make sense. So I don't see anyone else. I mean,
I think and I would agree with you. If they had that blinking light at 12, I think they would almost feel forced to go defense at 20. So the question is, what position would that be?
Linebacker.
The
safeties
are white.
Well, and we just brought in 2 safeties, Locke and what's the other one's name? Thompson. We just brought in 2 safeties. So I don't think they'd go safety there. You have to look at where you're weak, and that's your linebacker position, right?
It's edge or linebacker.
You're going to bring back Clowney at this point. Goodness me.
I go with Rodriguez.
I'm not going to compete. I really do think he's going to be a stud in the NFL. So at least I got one happiness on my chart there.
Ice Cold Cowboy saying Tate is Megatron 2.0. I wouldn't put that on him, but he's a really good player. Really good. And you put him in as your third option and he gets one-on-one, that's a scary offense.
Like I said, you don't need a good defense when you're scoring 100 points.
He's good enough to be a good number 2.
Yeah.
You put him at 3. That's
really
amazing.
Secures you if one of your wideouts go out too, man. Yeah. Not really a big drop off. What's at edge here at 92?
Nobody I like.
Any corners?
Corner. We can go to corner. Will Lee wouldn't be a bad pick. He's a very willing tackler.
Well, that's
he doesn't have a lot of turnovers, but he does get a lot of pass deflections.
Anyone who will tackle is an improvement over what we had last year. Is Stooks
is good enough?
Is Stooks pretty good? I don't know Stooks.
He's a big corner, but I'm not a big fan of him.
Do you want it? So Will Lee, you think?
I think it would be Lee over Stooks, in my opinion.
Okay.
If we're going corner.
Man, this board's a mess. I'm cool with Lee.
Ice Cold Cowboy said could trade Pickens right there at the draft if they got Tate. The only problem with that, Ice Cold Cowboy, it would have to be a very quick trade to be made. Mm-hmm. The problem is, if you trade for Pickens, you have to not only give the Cowboys draft compensation, but you have to pay him. Because if you're giving up a first, you're pretty much saying this is our guy for the future. And I don't think a team has enough time between wherever they pick at to work out the trade negotiations and work it out with Pickens. That's going to take at least 48 hours. And Dallas would not trade him unless they're getting a first this year. They would. Right. I don't think they would do a first next year and then something the year after.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, they got to get a first this year.
They'd want Pickens. They'd want a first right then.
Right. Even if they had Tate, they still want to get a player to replace him with, so they can look and say, well, we got Tate and we use Pickens to fill our gap at corner or linebacker or edge. So I think the Pickens trade is off the table at least for the next couple of weeks. But I don't think it's going to happen. I really feel like the team gave them a draft day deadline for the reason I just gave you. that if you're gonna work something out, we want to get something back this year.
I agree.
They didn't make it happen. All right. So let's see what we got so far. Oh, it's a bad draft.
It really is.
Tate, Rodriguez, and Lee. I think it's gonna be bad either way. Let's see. Safety. A couple of safeties there. Corner. I just go Perkins again. We can use as many linebackers as possible. I mean, Ice Cold Cowboy, that's a good point. The problem is, like I said, there's two sides to that coin. You got to work it out with Pickens too. You can't bring Pickens there without having a deal already in place, so you're gonna have some problems. Because now he can be a malcontent here. He can't be a malcontent here because he's trying to get a big contract and get traded. If he gets traded, he knows now the ball's 1,000% in his court.
Yeah.
He just wasted a first round pick and then some on him.
Someone's got to pay him, and he knows that he can ask for whatever he wants at that point.
Exactly. If someone trades a first and a second for him, he knows they're not going to let him walk in free agency next year. He's getting a deal. Jeff said if the draft goes this way, I won't be on the live long tomorrow. Me neither, Jeff, to be honest.
We can't help what is this ESPN, okay?
Yeah. This draft makes me sick to my stomach, honestly. I knew that was going to be the best player available. I don't know why I knew Rashawn Benny was going to be the best player available right there.
Well, I mean, what's another defensive tackle?
I don't know if I can see them doing that, though. I think they will probably see what the edges look like. Trey Moore is a solid pick. He's a kind of an undersized outside linebacker type guy, inside outside guy. We got two linebackers. I think he's more. I don't see him as a pure edge. Man, this is a terrible draft. I don't even know where to go.
Terrible. I guess take Trey Moore. Let me tell you something. If the draft goes like this tomorrow, I'm gonna reach right back here, and I'm gonna take this bottle that the NFL gave me. It'll be a very interesting evening.
Yeah, this started off bad.
Really bad.
Anybody got any comments for us?
Jeff, I was preparing for tomorrow, okay?
Any position you guys want to look at this point?
What do we do? Go BPA? No, because that was terrible too. My goodness. Well, they got it running back. Anything decent?
Let's go to running back. Jeff said start the draft over.
Well, we got Cardinal Tate, and that's kind of like, that was our gift because the rest of it was, well, Rodriguez isn't bad, okay? So 1 and 2, the 12 and 20 isn't terrible, but that's when it jumps off the cliff. We drove the truck right off the ledge. Man, not even a decent back.
Let's start it over. I'm going with Jeff.
Okay, let's do it. One more time.
Last time, then we'll get out of here.
If it's even worse this time,
we'll bid you guys a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
We're going to blame Jeff. I tell y'all, we'll see you tomorrow, and everybody better pray this ain't what happens. Okay.
Hold on, I went slow.
Mm-mm-mm.
Need to go fast.
Yeah, I want it to move quickly. Mm-mm-mm.
Just say just trade the rest of the picks. We appreciate everybody sticking with us. Once again, be sure to join us tomorrow night for the first round of the draft. We'll
Okay.
we'll probably come on about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes before the draft actually starts. I mean, we just did a show tonight, so there's really not a lot to talk about tomorrow, unless something major happens in the next 24 hours. So we'll be here 5 to 10 minutes before, and we'll be ready to roll.
Well, this isn't terrible, at least for the beginning.
Yeah, Giants going double offense. I don't know if that'll happen.
BPA?
Oh, it's delaying the whole way.
Absolutely.
Do you want to entertain any trades or just keep going?
We can keep going.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
All right. We're at pick 20. I don't like Messador, but everybody else seems to like him. I guess we could go Messador.
I mean, if that, I'm still doing one thing and one. I don't know what other linebacker is going to be at 96. It's going to do anything for this football team.
So you
So
want to you want to go
no.
linebacker?
Well, I still got that feeling he's going to be on this team. I do. I think Jerry really likes him, but at the same time, we have no pass rush. So it's a very do we need a green dot who's going to call the game, or do we need someone who's going to rush the quarterback?
I personally feel like whatever we don't get in the draft, we're gonna trade for it. So for me, I think it's a flip of a coin. If we went edge right here, I think we're trading for a linebacker. If we went linebacker right here, I think we're trading for edge, or sign one in free agency, or let's see, look at these teams. Where did Styles go? Styles went 6. If the Titans go Bailey, I don't know who their other defensive end is. We just look at the Titans depth chart real quick. If they were to go Bailey, their edges are Jermaine Johnson, Solomon Thomas, and John Franklin Myers.
Interesting.
Let's see, John Franklin Myers. I don't think he would fit this scheme. It's a good player. I just don't think he fits the scheme. So yeah, they wouldn't make that trade. All right. So Jeff wants us to go Sadiq, improve the offense. I think I know you really stuck on the linebacker, Amanda.
No, it's okay. You can go Mezzador is probably. I mean, we need a pass rusher, and that's who everybody likes him. So
I hate him so much, but everybody else loves him. So I think if the Cowboys are right here, they would probably go. Ugh. Yeah. Falk is gone. They probably would go Messador. All right, go to the third round. Just go to linebacker and keep it there. Damn it, Josiah Kyle Lewis. Does he stay? Does he stay?
he does.
Okay.
There's your linebacker. I mean, he's not terrible. So
No, not at all. Only problem is he's a little bit undersized. That's my only issue. I think that's a tough one because he's an undersized linebacker. Harold Perkins is a little bit undersized. But I really like Caleb Orr. But I don't know if the team would like him. Because he's a good linebacker, but uh, in space, he's not the best.
Hmm.
His 40 time was a 4.4, but it does not show on tape.
Right.
If he was my second linebacker, I'd be happy about it. But as my first, I don't know if I could take any of these linebackers, to be honest. I like Lewis, but again, he's like 225.
Hmm.
Perkins is the same. Go to edge, D tackle, safety. What do we got so far? Let's go to
Edge
rec-
and corner.
let's go to receiver. I could see them going Jacoby Lane right here.
I was saying, yeah, I'm right there with you. Jacoby
Yeah,
Lane. I
they got
think.
the two defensive guys now.
Yep.
Like Jeff said, improve the offense. Uh, Probably still need a third receiver. You don't know if Lenoir is going to be. Jacoby Lane's a big body, 6'4" guy. I believe he ran a high 4.4, low 4.5. Let me check his speed. Yeah, 6'4". He did run a high 4.4. I thought so. 40-inch vertical. He's a stretch the field type guy. You put him out there on the edge, let him go against somebody's third corner, and he has a little bit of George Pickens in him. That's what I like about him most.
Take Jacoby. That works.
All right, I'll
At
go back to linebacker again.
112. Hmm.
Look at edge,
What do we got at offensive tackle?
OT.
Hmm.
I like both of these tackles.
I've heard good things about Shelton.
Yeah, I like Shelton as a tackle.
And with Steele, does Shelton play right or left?
Uh, yes.
I thought so. I'm sold on taking Shelton because Steele could very well be a casualty, June 1st casualty if you find the right person to replace him.
Yeah, he could play left or right. He could play a little guard too if you need him to.
Well, we love those types of players.
I see we got Lambo joining us in the comments. Says Dez has Lane as top 5. Lane is probably 6 for me. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's 6 for me. So to get him right there is a good spot. All right, so we're going back to back offense. All right, let's go back to defensive side of the ball. Rashawn Benny still there. Would they go? Would the Cowboys go D tackle? That's the question.
We don't really need one.
We don't. We have pretty much all the D tackles we need.
We even have backups for them. I don't see a tackle being the option. I mean, we need a linebacker, but I don't know if there's anybody on the board worth taking at 152. Hmm. Can use another rusher.
Let me know in the comments. Is there a position you guys want us to go to? Let us know in the comments your thoughts. I like Caden Curry. I don't know if he's a stand-up guy though. That's my problem. If we had another, if he's there at 177, I may take Caden Curry. But let's go to Logan Fano. That's another guy I like too. I think this might be early for him as well, though.
Hmm.
All right. Jeff says look at linebacker. Let's see. Lambo says best available. Best
BPA.
available is still LaShawn Benny. I can't see us going back to back to back offense. Okay, let's go to linebacker. I like Caleb Ellams or Jeff. I don't know if he's a. I guess if you need a backup, he's not bad, but you have to go out and get somebody in free agency because you can't let him come in and expect them to be um, a consistent starter. You gotta pray that Sean doesn't get hurt. But I do like him on this team potentially.
I really still hope we can get Brooks.
All right, got three more picks left. Let's see what best available is. Okay.
Hmm.
I see who I like. It's a little bit further down the board. Right here, I think I got to go Michael Taft from Texas.
I'm fine with that.
I like Caden Curry, but this right here is a blinking light for me in the fifth because this is one of those smart safeties who can play free or strong. You don't get downs, but I think it's a drop off with him, but I don't think it's like dramatic. He can come in and give you some quality snaps year one. So I think I got to go Taft right here. All right, so we got corner, pass rusher, linebacker, safety, and then we got a tackle and a wide receiver. I think Drew Shelton, if this would have happened, Drew Shelton might be competing for a starting spot by the end of the year.
Take Terrence's spot, or are you talking about guidance?
Either one, he's that flexible.
Hmm.
He's flexible enough that probably not year one, but year two, if you really want to put Tyler Smith at tackle, Drew Shelton can be a starting guard.
Wow.
I really like him in terms of his flexibility. He needs to get stronger to play NFL guard, but I think he has that in him. And
Hmm.
he's played a little bit of center too, but I think he's too tall for NFL center. All right, best available. Hezekiah still there. Curry still there. So we can double dip at corner or edge. Let's go to offense. See what the running backs look like.
Hmm.
Who was that running back you guys were posting about today in the chat, Amanda?
Let me see. Let me check the chat.
Where do you guys want to go? We got two picks left. I'd like this draft a lot better too, Jeff. I personally don't like Mesidor. I wouldn't draft him, but a lot of people like him as an edge. So if you need to fill the position, he was the best available. I won't argue with it. I just don't expect to see double digit sacks from him, and I don't see a second contract for him either.
Hmm.
But I really like these first six picks though. We got two more. So Amanda, so right now we have two corners, two edges. We got two corners, a linebacker, an edge, wide receiver, and a tackle.
I'm
What do you?
trying to see who we were talking about that who are we talking about and where was it?
It was today. It was a running back.
I know we were talking about Pickens. Um I'm pretty far back. Tyler Wood, Tiger Wood. I had to find everything. Jordan Vaughn.
Okay.
That was who we were talking about, was Jordan Vaughn. Uh, TCU.
Okay.
Or not TCU, Abilene Christian, ACU.
Yeah, it's way too early for him. Uh, I think we'll probably double dip on defense.
But will it
Go-
be corner or edge?
It will be one of these two, I think, at this point. I think at this point you probably go Curry because he has the traits. He's a high motor guy. He gets a lot of tackles for loss. I rate defensive ends at tackles for loss more than sacks personally, and I
Project
think
player.
he's a smart player. He's a high energy player. He knows how to set the edge. I think in the 6th round or 5th round, you get a guy like this. That's a good pickup. And then last pick, want to give everybody the tight end they want, or you want to go back to defense?
Um, I I mean, if you want to give him a tight end, or you can grab a running back. I mean, it really just you've got Malik Davis too, so we're kind of the running back room's full with Maffa, Blue, Davis, and Williams.
Yeah, it's a lot of
That's
young guys though. Somebody's spot can get taken.
I will say this: that second that RB2 is going to be an amazing camp battle because I think Malik Davis is going to give everybody a run for their money.
I think so too. I think Dallas would probably go undrafted for running back if this were the case. If I were picking a running back, I would love to get Kalen Black because he's a big physical running back. He's a downhill runner, and he has some speed.
Do you think
But
he goes undrafted?
he's an older running back too, so I would say yeah. Older, you can halfway get by at defensive end being older, but at running back, they usually want them like 2021. So yeah, I think he probably goes undrafted.
You want to take that tight end? Who? What is BPA? Who is the BPA player? Who was it?
Jack Kelly, linebacker, or the tight end from Houston.
What do you think? Brigham Young or Houston?
I would probably go tight end.
Let's do it.
I wouldn't be upset with that. All right. All right, gave us an A-.
Definitely not as bad as the first one.
No, definitely wasn't as bad as mine.
Mine, I mean, was great. What, the first two picks, and then jumped off a cliff.
If this was the draft, to be honest, I would be happy. I don't like Messidor, but I understand the need. If this were the draft, I think we would probably be signing. What's that linebacker from the Giants that's still a free agent?
Ooh.
I hate when I go live and I go blank.
Tremaine Edmonds.
No, not Tremaine Edmonds.
They just signed him. Hold on.
I see your question, Jeff. Let me just find this guy while I'm thinking about it. I'm pulling up the available edges now. Bobby Okereke. That's what I was trying to think of. If we got to this point, I think we picking up Bobby Okereke. He's smart enough. Sorry, I got a phone call coming in. But yeah, I think it would be Bobby Okereke. Maybe even Devin Bush would be an option. Maybe Zach Cunningham. He's a veteran guy who knows the scheme. But I think we would probably pick up Okereke and then just pick up the other guys in the draft to kind of fill out the roster. Defensive end, I don't think the fit is there, but I think they probably would bring back Clowney, which I wouldn't hate it. Hassan Reddick's still out there. I don't know if I touch him. He is a former Eagle though, so he knows the scheme and the coach knows him.
Do you think Coach CP can keep him in check?
I think we would probably pick up Von Miller if we had to pick up a free agent. He's long in the tooth, but he had 9 sacks last year, and he brings a veteran presence.
I'm okay with that. So
Yeah. So Jeff asked the question, why do we need it? Why do we have an edge need? Now I'm in the minority. I don't think edge is a need, a huge need. I think if we draft a guy, I like Rashawn Gary. I think Rashawn Gary is going to be an 8 to 10 sack guy here. And I think he's going to be better than he was in Green Bay, getting a premier opportunity with 3 really good defensive tackles to take the slack. If Ezaraku was in this draft, he would be the 2nd or 3rd defensive end drafted. And he has a year of experience. He hasn't forgotten how to play football. We just had a terrible scheme.
yeah,
I think if you look at 2025 and you look at how the offense was, where we couldn't run the ball, we couldn't get the ball to our playmakers. Dak was getting sacked a ton. And you look at last year when they brought in a new scheme, we're back at number 1 again. And our running back is a Pro Bowl caliber guy. I think we're going to see kind of the same thing with the defense, where a guy like Ezaraku that people are written off, Siobhan Revel looked kind of bad, but I mean, injuries and no training camp. I think he's going to look better. Thompson is going to hide a lot of weaknesses. I think the defense is going to be really good next year.
I hope so.
I think they can go from 32 to. I think wishful thinking is maybe top 20, like right at the edge of top 20, which if that does happen, we're in the playoffs. Because a top 20 defense with that offense, that's basically what kind of team is that? The Bills? That's like the Bills. If you have a top 20 defense with an offense like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jeff says I want to take Bush. I wouldn't be opposed to that. He did have a ton of tackles last year with the Raiders. But I don't know if he's a true Mike or not. I think they want a real Mike. All right, so that's pretty much all we have. Hour 49 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here because we got another long show to do tomorrow.
Long show tomorrow.
So before we go, Amanda, let them know about DC4L and what they can expect if they join the group.
What's DC for real? I'm just kidding.
Has it been that late?
It's that late. No, I am tired. I work too dang much. I've got too many dang jobs. DC for Real is a great place, y'all. Lots of moderated content, and that's something you don't find everywhere because admins are lazy. That is the furthest thing from the truth about our admin team, and we all love football. Only Cowboys fans. You're not going to find bots or fake CeeDee Lambs or all that stuff. I will attempt to see what I can poke around and get for a giveaway tomorrow night, so join in and make sure you join the group because we got fantasy football and all sorts of stuff. So follow us for content you can share on our Facebook page where you're watching. Join the group to talk privately with other Cowboys fans. And thank you for supporting the fifth quarter on our 3rd year.
Yeah. I have a bunch of lanyards. I don't know if anybody wants those, but I got some Cowboys lanyards.
Yeah, we can do something. We'll give away something tomorrow night. So y'all come join in.
I don't know if it will fill the comments up, but I would love to do a predict the top 12. Maybe that's something you can put in the group.
Yeah, I can put that in the group. We'll do that.
And whoever gets the top 12 right can get a prize.
Yep. Or gets the most out of the top 12 right.
Yeah. So
Do that.
and then you do like a point system. So you get a point for each one
Yep.
if in case it's a tie. All
Yeah.
right. So there's your incentive, guys. If you haven't joined DC4L Facebook group, be sure to go join tonight or in the morning because we will be doing a giveaway for the NFL draft for whoever gets the most picks right. We're going to do top 12 or top 20.
Let's do top 20.
Okay.
It's so hard to do top. Let's go to our first pick just because once you get
Okay.
past 20, once you get past so far, it's just kind of a crapshoot. So
Okay.
let's do top 12.
Okay. All right. So make sure you guys go join DC4L Facebook group for your chance to win a prize in our top 12 NFL draft giveaway.
I will post it in the morning.
Yeah. And also be sure to join us tomorrow night for the first round of the draft. Myself, Amanda, Jeff, and maybe another guest will be joining us. And after that, you can join us every Wednesday night for 8:30 Central Standard Time for the fifth quarter podcast. We'll be doing a breakdown of all of the guys we draft next week. The week after that, we'll be doing a breakdown of all the undrafted free agents. From there, we'll be going into training camp and the second wave of free agency. So we still got a lot of football to talk about. Make sure you guys lock in. Make sure you guys stick with the fifth quarter podcast. And as always, let's go Cowboys. I will see you guys tomorrow night.
See y'all tomorrow.